Did you know that according to Native Americans, nightmares are spirits trying to enter your dreams? And if they can't get in, they might just stay there. This is the reason why dreamcatchers have always been hung above beds, to keep bad dreams from entering them. In this video, we will take a look at the history of these ancient objects, how they work, and some of the most beautiful ones that can be found today. Welcome to our channel. Remember to like and subscribe for more interesting videos about dreamcatchers. First off, let's talk about what a dreamcatcher actually is. It's a handcrafted willow hoop that's laced with yarn or sinew and decorated with feathers, beads, leather, and other materials. The Ojibwe people call them asagi, which means nightmare or bad dream in their language. To the Lakota people, they are called waken tomaza, which roughly translates to something like sacred dream filter. But where did such an iconic piece of Native American history come from? Although dreamcatchers are often referred to as Native American Indian dreamcatchers, they were not created by Native Americans. As a matter of fact, the Ojibwe people of northern Wisconsin and Minnesota were the first known culture to have created and used dreamcatchers. They were initially known as asau, meaning dream, and were made out of willow branches, leather thongs, and bird feathers. Over time, these simple dream catchers evolved into the more complex version we recognize today. However, archaeologists have been unable to confirm when exactly this happened, but it was likely somewhere between 1900 and 1920. The Ojibwe people used the dream catchers to protect their children from bad dreams and nightmares. The dreamcatchers were believed to be able to filter out bad dreams and only allow good dreams to pass through. This is because they believe that all dreams are created equal, both good and bad, and that it is up to the dreamer to decide which one to listen to. So in other words, a dreamcatcher doesn't ward away bad dreams, but instead helps the sleeper to not listen to the bad dreams. Legend has it that the Ojibwe people received dreamcatchers from the Spider Woman, also known as the Wise Woman or Grandmother. According to legend, Spider Woman was a great teacher who lived in the sky. She had long flowing hair like a spider web and could travel the world by spinning her webs. One day she came down from the sky and taught the Ojibwe people many things, including how to fish for food and make clothing out of reeds. She even showed them how to make a special net to catch their bad dreams. This net would become known as a dream catcher. Spider Woman told the Ojibwe people that whenever they have a bad dream, they should throw it into the fire. By doing this, they would be able to get rid of the bad dream and start over with a new one. The Ojibwe people have been using dream catchers ever since. In Iroquois culture, the story of the dream catcher comes from a legendary creature called the Dream Eater. This was a large bird with sharp claws and teeth that snatched people's dreams as they slept. Those whose dreams were eaten became ill and died. People were so afraid of the Dream Eater that they began hanging objects above their beds to scare it away. The Dream Eater would snatch the objects instead of their dreams, and then the people could sleep safely. A wise woman then realized that the best way to prevent the Dream Eater from snatching people's dreams was to create a trap for it. She made a net out of willow branches and hung it above her bed. When the Dream Eater tried to snatch her dreams, it became trapped in the net. The wise woman then cut open the Dream Eater's stomach and found that it was full of people's dreams. From then on, the people made dream catchers to hang above their beds to protect them from the Dream Eater. So what exactly makes a dream a nightmare? Well, dreams have always been a bit of a mystery. We don't really know what they are or why we have them. But what we do know is that they can sometimes be pretty scary. Nightmares are dreams that leave us feeling afraid, anxious, or stressed. They can be about anything from being chased by a monster to failing at something important, and they can leave us feeling shaken and upset. That's because nightmares aren't just stories that happen in our dreams. They can also affect us in the real world. For example, having a nightmare about being chased could leave us feeling anxious about running or being outside. And a nightmare about failing at something important could make us feel stressed or insecure. Ultimately, nightmares are more than just scary dreams. They can also affect our emotions and behavior. But don't worry, we got you covered. Now that you know how a nightmare works, it's time to learn how a dream catcher works. First off, the dream catcher hangs above the sleeper's head and acts as a net to catch the bad dreams. As the person sleeps, their dreams float around them like butterflies. If a bad dream comes too close, it gets snagged on the net and can't reach the sleeper. Good dreams are able to pass through the net and continue on their way. The net is made of willow branches, which were chosen for their flexibility and strength. The branches were stripped of their bark and then boiled for several hours to make them pliable. Once the branches were the right size, they were tied together to form a hoop. A strong cord was then used to lace the hoop. The cord was cut into long strips and then folded in half. The ends of the cord were threaded through the center hole of each branch, and then the two halves of the cord were pulled tight. Once the hoop was finished, feathers were tied to the bottom of it. Feathers were chosen for their lightness and ability to move in the air. They represent the breath of life and are used to drive away evil spirits. Beads and other decorations were also added to the dream catcher to make it more effective. These items were believed to have the power to ward off evil spirits and bad dreams. Overall, the process of making a dream catcher is a sacred one. Each step is carefully done to ensure that the dream catcher will be effective in catching bad dreams and protecting the sleeper. Now that you know how a dream catcher works, it is time to take a look at some of the most beautiful ones that can be found today. The traditional Ojibwe dream catcher is still the most popular type. It consists of a circle of willow branches or leather that is laced with sinew and decorated with feathers, beads, and other materials. Another type of dream catcher is the feather dream catcher. As we all know, feathers are often used as part of the decoration for dream catchers. However, some people prefer to use feathers as the main material for their dream catcher. This results in a unique and beautiful dream catcher that is sure to catch your eye. The feather dream catcher can be made by tying together a bunch of feathers in a circular pattern. Or you can get creative and experiment with different shapes and designs. No matter how you make it, a feather dream catcher is a beautiful and unique addition to any home. Another type of dream catcher is the wall-hanging dream catcher. Unlike traditional dream catchers that are hung above a bed, wall-hanging dream catchers are meant to be displayed on a wall. They are usually larger than other types of dream catchers and feature a variety of colors and designs. Wall-hanging dream catchers can be made by following a pattern or by freehanding it. If you're looking for a unique and eye-catching piece of decor, consider making a wall-hanging dream catcher. Lastly, there's the beaded dream catcher. Beading is a popular craft among many Native American tribes, and it's no surprise that someone would want to incorporate beads into their dream catcher. Beaded dream catchers are made by stringing together a variety of beads in a circular or oval shape. You can use different colors and patterns of beads to create a truly unique dream catcher. If you're a fan of beading, then this type of dream catcher is perfect for you. Now that you know a little bit more about dream catchers, how will you use them in your own life? Do you think they'll help you sleep better at night? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.